to Swarsh and to some of his statements after the very first session and training session, and some of his statements in the press conference after the very first match under his tenure against Petrojet in Egypt Cup, and also about his coaching staff, because this is another issue, a very important one. But let's have a break and let's ask this question. Do we have rugby in Egypt? In fact, yes. And there was a rugby competition which was held in Alexandria recently, and guess what? The Egyptian male and female teams grabbed the first positions, and His Excellency Minister of Sports and Youth, Dr. Ashraf Sobhi, honored all of them, and it seems that rugby is going to be more popular a day after the other here in Egypt. Let's watch, or let's have a closer look, and then we are going to return back with more. Minister of Youth and Sports, His Excellency Dr. Ashraf Sobhi, attended recently the celebration of the Egyptian Rugby Federation to honor the Egyptian men and women teams for winning first place in the Arab Rugby 7th Championship, which was held in Alexandria.
Actually, we subsidize and support the whole kind of sports. The bottom line, they are Egyptian youth, and we support the whole Egyptian youth to join and participate the sports, the whole athletes. This is basically for their health and their future, about another career to each one, and even to use the management time for the whole athletes. Because of that, we declare and put the sports after a study to convert to be a federations. The rugby part of that one. Rugby is not that common in Egypt, but we study and insist to give them the sports federations, and today they have celebrations to give them the trophy based on their achieved for the Arabic level. So I said for them congratulations, and we give the whole support for them.
The ceremony was attended by Qais Al-Dhali'i, the president of the Arab and Asian Rugby Federations, Hosam Sahib, president of the Egyptian Rugby Federation, Dr. Ala Gabr, vice president of the Egyptian Olympic Committee, engineer Sharif Al-Arian, secretary general of the committee, and a number of other top sports executives.
So in the UK I played in the Premiership League, eventually for a team called Harlequins, and so when I moved to Egypt and there was rugby here, I just thought that was amazing, and they became my first group of friends outside of work, and they've really made Egypt become a real place of like love and friendship for me, and so it was noted that I was really passionate about this, and so I was asked if I had some free time and if I could help, and I was really keen to do that. So I really wanted to make sure that rugby in Egypt could just become a little bit more professional, and so it means being a little bit more organised with the league fixtures and the communication, and just talking to people and opening up the ways in which things are done, and just hopefully taking it that little step better, so that every year we can just take another little step and another little step until rugby in Egypt is a really big sport, and hopefully they can be part of the International Sevens network.
This is the first official celebration that we have for rugby, so it was an honor to be here. We hope that this will be the first of many more to come, and seeing all the people here and the board members and a lot of supporters be here is giving us a good we're excited to see where they're going to take this to for the next years.
During the ceremony, a documentary and a presentation on the history of rugby were shown, and the ceremony dealt with ways of spreading and developing rugby in Egypt, making Egypt a regional center in Africa for the game, in addition to Egypt's preparations to participate in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games.
Receive our certificates for participating in the Arab Games in October of last year, the year before, sorry. And we are here to celebrate the official game of rugby officially in the Olympic Committee.
Dr. Sobhi explained that the ministry will work during the coming period to expand the practice base for the game of rugby and to increase the number of teams and practitioners of the game. stressing full support for the Egyptian Federation in the next stage. Nermeen Abdurrahman for Nile TV International. Welcome back.